In the news this week, following the cancellation of several high-profile sporting events, the All England club put measures in place to ensure this year's Wimbledon can go ahead.
Come on, Tim.
Tim, how out of date are you with this?
You're lucky it's not Fred Perry.
Right, we're going to start with the biggest story of the century. Ian and Miles, have a look at this.
That's me every morning, worried I've got it. That's my living room. Now that's supermarket sweep. Now that looks like 20,000 of Boris's new coppers. Yeah, it's the virus, which, you know, has resulted in the most weird set of circumstances in all of our lifetimes. The planning for pandemics has obviously not been this government's great strength. I mean, it hasn't been in very long, but I think any of the government's great strengths. And it is rather remarkable to hear them talk a slogan about it's time that we saved the NHS, which is something that they could have contributed to a bit earlier.
What's happening with the testing?
Only very, very important people are being tested. So the Prince of Wales, the Prime Minister, anyone the Prime Minister's met in the last 5 minutes, anyone he's had intimate contact with in the last 5 years. No, I've made that bit up.
There's not enough testing equipment to carry out that sort of event.
We haven't tested in the same way that some other countries have, and this is impeding it, and it may be why the lockdown has to be so severe. But, I mean, that's what everyone from the World Health Organization always keeps saying, is just keep testing. Test everyone. And so far, we're not testing the NHS people, so they don't know if they're well enough to go back. You know, they have to self-isolate, and then they could be going back in. So, yeah, there's a number of things that need to speed up very rapidly.
Yeah. How did Boris pick up his infection, according to The Sun?
Is this a historic story, or it's just...
Yeah, the current infection, Ian.
I think The Sun has taken a long, hard scientific look at it and decided it was Barnier.
With the coronavirus thing, presumably, if you were watching press conferences of him doing, he would be standing at a lectern with someone about 18 inches away from him saying, you must keep 2 metres away from people. So at that point, you could have seen that he was the sort of person that might be susceptible to contracting a virus if he was incapable of following advice that he was himself at the time actually giving.
Well, I want to ask Ian a question. I'd like to ask Ian a question. Why has he broken into his local reference library in order to do this programme?
No, this is a very ordinary set of shelves, Paul.
How many of those books have you actually read? Or indeed coloured in?
Nearly all of them.
Carry on, Steph.
But hasn't Boris got his Churchill moment now, though?
Yeah, Churchill the dog.